let's talk about money for a bit. You guys really want to know what I spent on this trip. So before I get into that, let me explain how I paid for this trip. I have a teeny tiny subscription business, an online business. It's mostly passive, so I don't have to be hands-on with the business very much. So my business covers my home expenses. I'm also a sign language interpreter. I will supplement my income by taking interpreting assignments sometimes. So that's how I make my income. To pay for travel, I'm just digging into my savings. I did not have a budget at all for this trip. I was out to enjoy myself and to explore the country and to go where the wind took me. And I didn't even have a specific length of time, although I always had 100 days in my mind. I was never committed to 100 days or any certain number of days. So this was a very just do what you want to do kind of experience. This is what I spent on my 100-day road trip in my van. So on gas, for 100 days, I spent $1,858.30. Keep in mind, I was traveling during the highest gas prices that I've seen in my lifetime. $1,858.38. Just another note, my van gets 27.2-ish miles per gallon. I should have tallied up how many miles I went, but I didn't, but it is somewhere around 10,000. On the road, Walmart is my go-to place to get food and supplies. I don't only go to Walmart, but I almost always get my groceries and any sort of supplies I need from Walmart when I'm traveling. Okay. You wanna get down? At Walmart or other grocery stores, but mostly Walmart, I spent $827.93 in total in 100 days. That includes prior to leaving, going to the grocery store, that initial like supplies and food fill up. I went to restaurants and breweries a lot on this trip. I used restaurants and breweries as like entertainment and my social outings. So that total was, drum roll, $1,620.34. I know. That is a number that could easily be chopped in half or more than half if you don't eat out. This trip, I spent a lot of time in towns and in cities, and less time hanging out in wilderness. And so because of that, it's harder to make your own food when you're stealth camping or urban camping in a city. And so it just lends itself to eating out. For paid campgrounds, I spent a lot of time in free campgrounds as well, but for paid campgrounds, I spent $278.48. I spent just $27 on parking, like daytime parking. Car maintenance. The only thing my vehicle needed on the road was an oil change. That was $116.25. I get full synthetic oil changes every 10,000 miles. My van has just under 40,000 miles on it right now, so it's still a pretty young vehicle, and I haven't had any issues with it, except I will say that Ford Transit Connects do have 2 recalls out on them right now. One of them is windshield related, which I just got my windshield replaced because of that for free because of that recall. And then there's a transmission issue, and they're currently working on getting the parts for that. Hotels. I spent 6 nights in hotels while I was on this 100-day trip. However, I have been stockpiling points for years. And so over the last 2 years of travel, I have spent probably about 30 nights in hotel rooms, and I haven't paid for a single one yet. I am almost out of points now, though. I think I might be able to squeeze out maybe 3 or 4 more nights of hotels at this point. But because I have Callie with me, I do have to pay pet fees. So when I'm looking at hotels, I'm always looking for the ones that have either free or very inexpensive pet fees. So over the 6 nights that I spent in a hotel, I spent $129.11, $129.11 on hotels. And again, that's just pet fees. And then I spent $275.26, that's $275.26 on just other stuff. I got my national parks pass renewed, so I threw that in there. I don't really buy many souvenirs while I'm traveling, but I did buy some jewelry at one point, and I went and bought some clothes. I needed some like tank tops and things like that. So I spent $66 on clothes. That was $275.26. So in total, for my 100-day road trip in my van, I spent $5,132.77. That is $1,466 a month. Okay, that's the average. So if you travel like me, you'll be spending about $1,500 a month. This is completely separate from my bills at home. I still have to pay those, and it's not included in these numbers. And if you want to think in terms of a weekly budget, I spent $366 a week while I was on the road. I hope that's helpful. I know inquiring minds want to know what people spend on this kind of thing, so there you have it. If you have any more questions, please leave them in comments, and thanks for watching.
There's a deer right there. There's a marmot.